All right, Adam, let's you've come into you've excuse me, you've got an untimely review for us for this week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I'm assuming you played this on Game Pass.
Yes, it did.
All right, let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are not influential enough nor big enough to get games ahead of time, so we review them on our own dime and on our own time or on our own Game Pass membership, depending on how it goes. This week we've got a review for you for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Adam, tell us a little bit about this game.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And okay, so I got that review right out of the way. So let's move on to trophy stuff. No,
Your efficiency is unmatched.
look. I honestly cannot gush about this game enough because realistically, like I can sum this up as simple as possible. If you like Turtles in Time, this is better. That's the best way I can say it. If you love the old school side scroller beat 'em ups from like the Super Nintendo days, if you're an old man like I am or an old man like you are,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
it does
Okay.
everything right. The combat is better. Obviously, it runs better. It has a little bit more content to it, and they do a lot of good job of doing callbacks and stuff. You know, they have a boss where you got to throw the enemies into the camera so it causes damage. They do
Oh my
that stuff.
God.
You have the dinosaurs. You got all the crazy, foot soldiers that just have all the weird little quirks to them. Just everything's there, and then the addition of having to be able to play Swiss Splinter, April, and then once you beat the game the first time, you unlock Casey Jones, so there's more content there. And it's 6-player co-op, which I cannot wait to try. Like I only played solo so far. I just recently played it over the weekend
Mhm.
and got a solo run done. That's why I'm reviewing it now because it'll be a while before I end up playing a full run of it again until I get a group together to play. I don't even know if I want to play like a half map. I want 6. I want to see just absolute chaos on that screen because I know it's going to be just an absolute clusterfuck, and I'm here for that because I don't think friendly fire is on, but I kind of almost want it to be.
Now, Adam, like you played this on Game Pass, so it's gonna have a different feel. But I know the game is going for I think it's about $35 here in Canada. I've also heard that the game is relatively short. Like, do you think that this is a game like is it priced correctly for what you're getting? Like, obviously the game is good, but is it maybe too short or is it overpriced maybe? Or what do you think to that argument?
That depends on if you're a replayer. If you have like a group of friends and it's something you want to get into, if it's something that you're okay with like playing, especially if you're a guy that likes trying to get better in speed running these things, this is a perfect game for that kind of stuff. If you're just looking for a one and done, you can wait. That's also what Game Pass can help out with. But like if you're thinking of one and doneing it and you don't have a group to play with to really incentivize it, you could wait for this to go $20, no prob. Like
Okay.
it's I honestly think if I paid full price for it, I'd still think it's worth the value because it is a really good game. But I also can note that like, hey, if it's just you to play a game solo, you could be fine with waiting a little while.
So you mentioned quickly like you get the Casey Jones for a second playthrough. What's the replayability like for this game? Do you find that there is going to be a lot of replayability, or is it pretty much once you've seen everything, you've seen it?
Depends on how often you're playing, I think this is one of those games that like I like with my immediate group that I play with once a week. We have a mishmash of games that we go back and forth from. Like we have Killing Floor, we have Golf with Friends, we have Deep Rock Galactic, we have Fall Guys. I think this is a perfect game to add into a lineup of things that you play with friends once in a blue moon. If you're looking to play this like consistently for like a month, I don't think you're going to be able to do that unless your intention is to be a speedrunner. Like this is a game that eventually you'll be like, all right, I can do something else. But like this is a game that definitely is a callback to the games that we remember being as fun as they are. And a lot of games have tried to recapture that and just haven't. Whereas this one I feel like did that and more. It basically took something that I liked and made it better, which is pretty rare because more often than not, I'm hoping for something to be close to Turtles in Time, whereas Shredder's Revenge basically took Turtles in Time and like turned a 10 into an 11.
Hmm. You've now got me shopping, looking at arcade one-up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles console cabinets.
That's definitely a thing that's going to happen too. Although that'd have to be a special bill if they're going to fit it in for 6 people.
No, I'm looking at the Turtles in Time one.
Oh, the
With
Turtles
just
in
the full
Time one.
price.
Sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
again, Shredder's Revenge though. I would not be surprised if somebody makes a cabinet of that too, because that
yeah,
would be a perfect game for that purpose.
yeah.
If arcades
Adam,
were still all the rage today, like that, this would definitely work.
yeah. So Adam, as you know, we review games on a 6 point scale. So one being absolutely terrible, two being bad but all bad, three being it's okay but it's on the bad side, and then reverse four is it's okay but it's better. Four being it's a good game, and then six being it's amazing. Where would you put this one?
Oh, it's a 6 without a question.
Cool.
I honestly, if I sit here, I don't even know if there's really a flaw that I can think of right now. Like, I'm trying to really think. No, like, I guess apart from these soldiers that shoot plungers at you, they're kind of annoying. But that's like the one flaw I can think of. But that's mostly my own problem, not the game's problem. So, but no, like
Awesome.
everything's done right. Honestly, I think the soundtrack is even better. Actually, the final 2 chapters have amazing boss themes for Shredder. They're fantastically put together pieces of music. One is a very hip hoppy, and the other is really like metal. So both of them have a nice like difference to them, and they're both fantastic like atmosphere setters. So they do that well. The fact that most of the game features characters are for bosses that I don't even know of tells you that they dug pretty deep into the Turtles lore to pull out enough bosses to make all these levels work. You do have you do have the usuals of Bebop and Rocksteady. You have the Baxter that was the original first boss in Turtles in Time, the flying bug with the cannon.
Yep.
You know, they definitely pull a lot of things up, but they also pulled a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I don't know what you are. And I hate you because you're annoying me in this fight, but I'm going to remember you now.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, that's definitely one that's on my radar to pick up and check it at some point. So cool.